And the total shots on goal were 34, 28 in favor of the Rangers over the New York Islanders. We talked about some of the kids and the way they played tonight, taking some heat off Bossy and Trottier and Gilbert. And Pat LaFontaine and Pat Flatley came up big, but behind them, backstopping them, was the guy who's been around for a few years. Billy Smith was, I think, a vintage performance for you because everyone expected it at this time of year. It is your time of year, isn't it?
Well, kind of, yeah. I like the heat, and there was a lot of it tonight, let me tell you. And you could have said one of the older guys, real old.
Oh, that's not that bad yet. I wonder, when you came into this game, how the Islanders were preparing for the playoffs. You've been around for the other preparations, and here's the drive for 5. Did you notice anything different?
Not really. We started clicking about the last 10 games of the season. Our season was so-so, but, you know, we still ended up in first place, so it wasn't all that bad. But we really started clicking at the end. Our defense started playing super, and our forwards, unbelievable the way they were coming back. And it just showed tonight in the kind of protection that they give me.
Mm-hmm. There was a time during the season, a couple of times, in fact, around the league, you'd hear, well, boy, the Islanders might be in trouble this season because Billy Smith doesn't look sharp, and they'd come into March, and, well, he's got to get ready pretty soon, and he didn't, and finally he got going. Now, while everyone was talking about that and wondering about it, what was Billy Smith thinking?
Well, let's face it, I wasn't happy with my season. Maybe it was all in my head, but, you know, when it got down to the end of March, I just started to calm down, and Al started giving me more games in a row. You know, like we did have 3 goalies, and I'd play maybe 1 every 6-7 games. So really, I couldn't get any rhythm going. And I don't really think anybody in our team had any real rhythm going until March hit. Then all of a sudden, March hit, and bang, everything came together, and we really started playing good, sound hockey.
Now, you put Pat Flatley and Pat LaFontaine in the lineup, and it brought your total up to 27 players on the roster, and I imagine that gets a lot of guys looking over their shoulder at that point. What sort of effect did these 2 kids have when they came in?
Well, let's face it, they're 2 great hockey players, and the other guys knew, and some guys knew that they were going to have a chance of taking their spot, and, you know, that's show business. You know it's going to happen. But what's unfortunate is the guys that we have sitting on the bench could step in any game and be one of the key hockey players, like Billy Carroll for our penalty killing, you know, Gordy Lane on defense. So it's the type of thing where, you know, guys don't want to sit out, but they're still keeping up the morale with the rest of the team.
Did you get the heat you expected tonight? Did this game measure up pretty well to what you expected?
Oh, yes. I thought it was a very good game. I thought the Rangers played excellent in the second period. They ended up with 16 shots on net. That's a heck of a period for them. And, you know, it was good, tight hockey until the second period. And then we got a couple of breaks, and next thing you know, they're looking at a 4-1 game. And they just couldn't seem to get her going at the end.
I would expect probably a little more of the same tomorrow night. No change there.
I don't think there'll be any change in the hockey. I think you're going to be in for another great hockey game. 34
saves tonight. Nice job, Billy. Good game.
Thank you very much.
Billy Smith of the New York Islanders is our USA MVP. The Islanders look like